Hey guys, we're here at Art Talk, and today we have a special guest. I wanted to show the art of the painting of the lowrider. So I wanted to introduce you guys to Jed from Valley Kustoms. And so I have a few questions for you.
Yep.
All right.
Fire away.
All right. So what got you into the industry?
The motorcycle industry, I was kind of
So that's what you
into
started
it.
with the bikes?
Yeah, with the bikes I was about 16, but I was in the painting industry since I was born. My dad did it. He was a custom paint letterer. So I was kind of born into the custom paint world.
And you told me you're the first of your kind here, right? Like you're the first generation?
Yeah.
So you guys were out in Germany painting too?
Yeah, my dad's from there. So basically I'm here in LA, born and raised in Chatsworth, California. I've moved out to other states and always come back home.
You like it better over here?
Yeah, LA is kind of like where it starts. Everybody knows like styles, low riding, when it comes to tattooing, anything kind of starts. Yeah, everything's good in LA. So if you want to be ahead of the game, you gotta be here.
Okay. So how old were you when you started?
I started messing around with paint probably when I was like around 10 or 12, doing models. And
doing little paint cars?
Yeah, little model cars and painting like RC car bodies.
I saw that even that little industry came up like really far.
Oh,
now they have them like hopping around.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they came up a long way. The rims are like super
all
like
3D
detailed.
printed.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is dope.
Got them all chromed out and gold plated.
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing a lot of people. They like custom make like a little model car for their car.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
I think there's a guy. His name's Masterpieces.
Oh, he doesn't.
He does them for other people's cars, like matches them identically, which is pretty cool.
Who were you looking up at like when you first started besides your dad?
When I first started, it wasn't really like a thought in my mind where I was looking up to people at the time. I was so young, I didn't even know like this is what I could do for a living. It was just like, oh, my dad did it, it was cool.
Thought it was work, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't like this is what I could do for a living. So I would say around 15, I met a guy named Bert Stelos. He did like GP motorbikes, and I learned from him. I looked up for him for a while. Then all of a sudden, internet came along, and you can see other people's work. And Walt Prey and Bill Carter. I got to know him really well, and looked up to him, and then eventually other custom painters as well.
How about now? Now that you like mastered your craft, what do you look up?
There's so many people. There's so many good artists out there. I'd have to say
the best one that you're like, okay, that one's like top
so hard to say because they're like, I have like my
styles,
my top ones, like 10 of them though. It'd be like Hot Dog's one of them, Pete Finman. Let's see who else. There'd be Hot Dog, Stone Cold. There's a guy, I'm trying to think of Tukey out in, where's he from? West Virginia. He's a really awesome painter. He's been doing stuff for a long time. Bugs from Arizona.
I got to meet him at the
he's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of other guys. Danny D was great.
Yeah, I was sad that he died.
Yeah, that was definitely unexpected.
How about what do you like doing more now?
Motorcycles is what I pretty much mainly do right now, but I like to switch it up just because it's the same gas tank, the same fender. So I like to maybe just switch it up with like a car or a truck or a helmet, something different just to kind of keep things fresh and your mind going.
So what do you do? Because I know some people just paint, some people just do pinstriping, some people do graphics, and then the actual murals. Do you do everything?
I try not to do everything.
Can you?
Can I? Yes.
So you can
but
do
do I want
too?
to? No. Only because I have so many projects going on. And if I can literally stick to what I'm really good at, my little niche, I like to stick to that and not go off and do too many kind of like murals and portraits, fine detail, stuff like that. But
so which
if
one
I had
pays
to,
the most? Because I keep hearing they're like, oh, you should pinstripe. Does pinstriping get paid more?
It's not so much you get paid more, it's the materials are a little bit less. So like when you're painting a car, someone comes to you and wants to pay you 20 grand to paint your car. It sounds like a lot, but you might spend 5 to 10 grand on materials. So, you know, that's not including labor. So by the time you pay yourself, you might not even make that much. Or you can get a job in where you can, you know, leaf it, pinstripe it, and get it done in a day, and it costs you, you know, a couple $100 materials, and you charge $1,500. So it just depends. Same with airbrushing. Depends how fast you are. You can be slower. You can be fast and knock stuff out and get it done. Get paid
Is
more.
the thing that you're good at, is that like the one thing that you like doing? Is it fun, or is it just because it's
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just second nature. I've been doing it for so long, like the custom paint, the finishing, metal finishing, like not to the degree where you see some of these metal finish guys and they make it perfect without Bondo. I'm not that good, but I'll get it to where it needs to be skim coated, so I can start to finish, like basically from metal to clear.
So that's a trick? Like you have to,
Oh, yeah.
You get the,
Yeah, shrinking them and you know,
Okay.
tools. And
so Bondo is basically cheating, right?
It's always been around. It was lead before, lead fill, and then it came and turned into Bondo just because it's lead and you didn't want to be around it, kill you. But
At least the person doing it.
yeah, the person doing it, and that kind of phased out. Bondo phased that out. I know people still do it, but yeah, if you can do that, not the best, but at least if you had to in a vine, to where you can get a part in and have it sandblasted in metal, prep that, paint it, you know, pinstripe it and clear it, you're pretty good. But there's a lot of people that just pinstripe and that's all they do, and that's what they should do, and that's what they get paid for. And
Do you
they
think
come in
pinstripe
and
is harder than the other stuff?
it's hard for me to say if that's harder. I mean, it's easier to teach someone how to spray than a pinstripe, I'd say. You'd almost have to have it. Like some people could pick up a brush and then start brushing and have it in them. Just like anything else, someone could be more talented at
I feel like it's them understanding it, because I remember for the class when they were explaining it to me, and so he told me like how he did it, and I did it, and I'm like, oh, okay, because I was doing it completely wrong.
Yeah, there's little techniques and little.
But I'm sure that people don't pick up stuff
Yeah.
as fast as, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not the smartest person, but I pick up pretty quick, you know. So I noticed that too. Like
Yeah, it just depends how fast you pick it up too. But
Yeah,
some
it's
people are just
practice,
naturals.
practice, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there anything else you would like to get into, like besides like this industry?
More of the art side of it, maybe. Like not one-off type art, but just kind of more, not canvas, but just more art side. Yeah.
Right?
Something
Make your
that's
own
just
canvas.
not on a car or bike. You know, whether it be on a piece of paper or canvas or a piece of metal. I'd like to kind of get more.
Do
of
you
that.
also know how to like fix the metal and stuff?
Yeah.
Did you learn all that?
Yeah, that's
It's
kind of like
the
where I
basics, huh?
started, like with the fiberglass, can fix fiberglass and metal, and a little bit of Bondo and prep and primer.
Okay. Let's see. How long have you had Valley Kustom for?
I'd say about 7 years now. It's been around.
What made you like want to finally just get your own?
Working for other people was fine. I just couldn't get myself to be there and then clock in and clock out. It just
Tell
was,
people what to do.
yeah, it's like a 9 to 5 thing. A lot of people love it. They'll clock in, clock out, go home. You don't have to worry about anything. But I kind of fell into being like it consumed me. So if I was gonna really do it, I'm gonna do it for myself. And someone else.
Well, you know how the meme, where it's like, oh, you start your own business, so you don't work a 9 to 5, but then you end up working 24 hours.
Yeah.
If money wasn't a problem, what would you be doing?
Same thing.
Same thing. Just,
Same thing.
Even if you were rich now, you'd still be doing it just for
I'd just be doing my own stuff and making cool stuff and maybe branching off
pay
and
my
doing
own
other
shit.
stuff. Yeah,
Own cars, your own
get my own.
Like if you have
car.
that much money, you'd be getting
Yeah.
cars,
Yeah,
just
this
selling
thing
them,
would
right?
be painted already and not sitting.
Would you get into like building stuff and then selling it?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like building like cool choppers or like a bobber or some newer bike and paint it up and do it, or like old school.
Just get a little more money than just doing a paint job, right?
Yeah, 'cause you're not always worried about like I gotta have this job done to pay this bill. That was kind of like out of the question. And a lot of that too, it's like writer's block. You're so consumed in I gotta pay my bills, and you forget.
You do
like,
whatever
you know
just
what I
to
mean?
pay the
Like
bills, yeah.
sometimes I try not to let stuff slide like that. Like the quality's first, but it would just be nice not to have that in the back of your head. To maybe you can think about other things or other ways to do stuff.
Well, yeah, so that answers my questions.
Yeah.
Okay. I only had a few, so I know you're busy. I don't want to take too much of your time. But you guys need to come check them out. If you guys have a motorcycle or a car, they do it everything. So you can come check them out. Put all his links. Do you have anything to add to the end? Shout out anybody or anything?
No, just all my supporters and everybody that's come to me and been loyal, and all my customers, and you know,
All the new ones too?
Yeah, all the new customers, old customers. You guys all matter to me, so thank you, and thanks for the support.
And I'll make sure to put up his link, all his info. You guys go check out his work. It's amazing. I actually took a class with them, and they're totally awesome. I hope you guys have more, and you guys make sure you guys check out, see if they have more. You guys need to check out their classes. They're super dope, and they're very informative, so make sure you guys check them out.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for watching our talk. See you guys later.